It's been nearly a year since COVID-19 first reached El Paso, and residents are anxious to get back to normal. But we know we're still a long ways away from that. Just looking at El Paso, we could estimate that only 15% of residents have reached immunity. Here's how that breaks down. Out of the 840,000 residents in the county, more than 114,000 have been infected. That's indicated here in red. Now, that's about 13% of the overall population. Meanwhile, more than 21,000 residents have also gotten both doses of the vaccine, indicated there in blue. That's about 2% of the population. Now, this is all still a very rough estimate. There's still a lot of unknowns. There could be a much higher number of residents who had the virus but didn't even know it, since symptoms can be mild. There have also been instances where patients have been reinfected, so they might not be completely immune. Now, in order to be back to normal, experts estimate that we need about 70% of the population to be immune to reach that herd immunity goal, which you can see here is still a long way away from happening.
And ABC 7's Brianna Chavez dives deeper into the issue to solve some of those unknowns. And Brianna, is the high number of people who have gotten the virus, plus the people who've gotten vaccinated, playing a role in the number of stagnant new COVID-19 cases we're seeing?
Well, Stephanie, I spoke to Dr. Armando Mesa. He's the chief of infectious diseases at Texas Tech University Health Sciences Center, and he believes so. But City County Health Authority Dr. Hector Ocaranza is still advising the community to be cautious.
We account for the number of people who have already become infected, and we assume that they have a partial immunity at least for several months, plus the number of people who have been vaccinated. You can estimate the percent of individuals that have been provided with some immunity.
But Dr. Armando Mesa with Texas Tech University Health Sciences Center says it's hard to know exactly how many El Pasoans are immune to the virus now. The best way to also check for immunity, Dr. Mesa says, is checking for antibodies.
And unfortunately, that's probably not going to happen.
City County Health Authority Dr. Hector Ocaranza says the health department conducted a two-part survey back in December to get an idea of how many people may have gotten the virus that didn't even know it, and to check for antibodies. And based on the survey's information alone, the health department estimates that 155,000 El Pasoans may have had the virus back then.
Back in the worst months of the pandemic, that was when the large percent of the population at risk was becoming infected.
Which can be a factor that has helped minimize the number of people who are becoming infected now. But the best way to get El Paso more immune is getting vaccinated.
Yes, we're seeing a plateau in the way that we have seen the positive cases, but that's why we also continue to remind the community and the public in general to be very cautious, because people can get exposed, can get infected.
And as I mentioned earlier, the best way that experts are saying that we will reach herd immunity here in our area is to get vaccinated. So if you can apply for it, go ahead and do so. And of course, we have more information on the vaccines and all of this on our website, kvi8.com. Live in Central El Paso, Brianna Chavez, ABC 7.
All right.